How's my family out there doing? Hello, YouTube. No new dreams or visions to speak of, but God has given me something. He's given me power, and it's called wisdom and understanding. And I want to touch on a couple subjects that I don't see anybody really talking too much about and bring it to your attention. First, I want to say thank you for sharing these messages. And I want to kind of jump out there and say, I see one of these videos hasn't really been watched too often, and I just, not boasting or bragging, I just want to say I am one of the two witnesses in Revelation 11, and these messages do need to be heard, and I just thank you for getting them out there. Has anybody been watching the SpaceX launches, these new rockets, the world's largest rockets? They can carry like the equivalent of 17 elephants up into space. And this red Tesla that was shot up into space, it was supposed to be orbiting Mars, but it overshot its landing or something. So it's just out there floating. But what this really is Elon Musk, a Satanist. Worship of Satan is what it is. This is representative of what Mars is. Mars is a throne, the thrones of the gods, the god of war, Ares. And this is just mockery right into our face, showing us this red Tesla, red Mars Tesla, shooting it up there. If you study Greek mythology and everything, you can't really see this picture, but Mars sitting on the throne. What Elon Musk is doing is something that God told me about seven years ago. This Higgs Boson, the God particle. They are going to blow some stuff up out there in space, and they're going to make the stars fall from the heavens, and we're watching it go down live, and we're just cheering them on. Yay, 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 we're shooting rockets up there, but what's really going on is some deep, dark stuff. But Matthew 24:29 says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Mark 13:24 and 25 says, but in those days after the tribulation the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. This is coming very soon. We're watching it go down live. Every launch that we got, they're building a bomb up there. Isaiah 14:12 through 15. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Thou art cut down to the ground, thou which didst weaken the nations. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. His throne, Mars. He tried to war against God's throne, the moon. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Luke 10:18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. We're going to see this ourselves. Revelation 16:12 through 17. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs. This is a weapon of war. You know the Bible talks about 1/3 of the earth should be burned up. Do you know that they could time that blast to where the stars will hit 1/3 of the earth, whichever side they want? Revelation 8:10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. Revelation 9:1 through 3 says, and the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. This key to the bottomless pit, I believe it could be the Higgs Boson. It's called the God particle. That's a key. It's a big-time key that they have made a big-time bomb out of. They found that God particle, 4th of July, 2012. They came out saying they had found it. Go on down, and it says, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit, and he opened the bottomless pit. I'm not opening the heavens. That is the bottomless pit. Go outside and look straight up. It's the bottomless pit. And there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locust upon the earth, and to them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power. This is going to be a weapon of war. They're going to blow it up. They're going to make the stars fall from the heavens, and these locusts, these Muslims, that word locust, nation, peoples, Gentiles, or heathen, 200 million strong, are going to come out of this. Order from chaos, you've heard? They're going to cause all kinds of chaos, and then they're going to bring about their order. Their order is going to be the New World Order, the mark of the beast, all this stuff. Joel 2:31, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. Revelation 17, 8 through 11, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. I've showed you those pictures of Baphomet, where you see the moon and Mars and Satan sitting on the earth. That's his new throne right now. But that beast that was and is not, and yet shall be, is all the secret societies. They all know these things. But that's Mars coming back around. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. The whole earth is going to wonder, but whoever's watching this video is not going to wonder. They're going to know what's up. That Elon Musk, who has talked about how to make Mars more habitable, says send nukes, nuke the poles. So they're already talking about blowing it up. They're going to. On down, here's the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. Like I said before, there are 8 planets in the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. He is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. That's all I got to say about that. Just keep your eyes on what they're doing and know what's up. It should give you peace of mind knowing what they're doing, and not make us... We all have some kind of fear of what's coming. We don't all understand it all. There's going to be some type of fear, but perfect love casteth out all fear. And knowledge and wisdom of understanding what's going on and the things that you see on the news going on should make it easier for us. At least we know what's going on, what's about to happen. I want to talk about what's going on in Iran. We've been seeing the protest in Iran, what's going on in Hong Kong, all these students and everything out there protesting in Hong Kong. And I hope that somebody can spread this to Hong Kong, because I have had 477 minutes of views and 177 views from Hong Kong. I can't say the same about Iran, but I've got a message for Hong Kong and Iran and all those other ones that are following after our liberty here in America, which she's a whore. And liberty for homosexual marriage, liberty for abortion. Didn't they write a book all about liberty, saying how they're going to do all this process and how they're all going to bring it about? But anyways, the spirit, let me show you these pictures. This picture here with liberty leading the people, censored. But with her breast exposed. If that don't show you she's a whore already, this is during the French Revolution. I didn't paint this. This is just how it is, with a scarlet sash around her and stepping all over the dead bodies and everything. But they knew from day one, whenever they brought that idol over here, Lady Liberty, what she was really going to turn into, how they was going to persuade all the people to think she was so great, so wonderful, American liberty. It's not. It all turns its ugly head, and it turns out to be homosexual marriage, abortion, and all kinds of other liberty to do your own thing. It's not liberty for God. It's liberty from God. Isaiah 61:1 says, "The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound." So all you in Iran and all you in Hong Kong and all across the world that are looking for our liberties, I want to tell you, there's no liberty but in Jesus. It's like when you're in prison, you can be free in prison. I was more free in prison than I am out here, probably. There's so much more. It's all about inside you. No matter what your circumstances are, no matter what nation you are living in, it's all about free on the inside. And Jesus is the only one that can set you free. Romans 8:21, because the creature itself, I'm going to skip that one. 2 Corinthians 3:17, now the Lord is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. The Lord is that Spirit. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. There's liberty in Jesus and none other. Galatians 5:1, stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Galatians 5:13, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, only use not liberty as an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another. This is what our liberty in America has turned to. It's turned for an occasion to the flesh. It's not liberty for Jesus. James 1:25, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. 1 Peter 2:16, as free, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God. Not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God. John 8:36, if the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. John 8:32-36, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Altar here, let me open up the Bible. I didn't write these out. Revelation 17. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. On Ellis Island she sits upon many waters, not because there's many oceans or anything like that, but because many nations came to her. Right there on Ellis Island. Verse 2, 17, Revelation. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. If you watch these videos of Hong Kong or Iran, all these protests, and you see all those millions of protesters out there, know that they are drunk on the wine of her fornication. They are drunk on our liberties. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. I'm an American, and I'm here to tell all Americans that your liberty is nothing but a whore. She's nothing but an abomination to God, the filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Does that mean we are an American? Or an abominations of the earth? I think the whole earth says that we are abominations. They all laugh at us. They all mock us. But they're going to see a mighty army of God raise up out of this place whenever they come down after us. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. She killed 70 million during abortions in America. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And on and on. Verse 15 says, And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. How many thousands of people came to Ellis Island for immigration? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. They're coming against our supposed liberties right now, you know. For God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. New York City, that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. You know, the first capital was in New York City. And the one which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. If you look on the New York state tags, it says the Empire State. It's because we are an empire here in America. We are the Babylonian Empire. How many different nations is our military in throughout the world? And everything that we have sown, we are going to reap. But God is going to protect his children and bring us up out of this in the name of Jesus. It's all coming true. It's all coming real. It's all fixing to happen. And on that day, when they do push that button, and the stars fall from the heavens, all this YouTube, everything's not going to matter. What you're hearing now is some pretty important messages. Meet me in the middle, in the midst, in the heart of America when it hits the fan. Ketchum, Oklahoma. If you're not listening to these videos, those other 2 videos that I posted, you need to know that I am one of the 2 witnesses. Not that I am boasting or bragging. I am here. I'm just a man just like you. I'm not nobody. And also, some people, you want to tell me how to make a video. You want to see my hands? Here's my hands. Let's see if I can stand. I can stand. Okay. I'm not here to put on the perfect video. I can care less. For the foolishness of God is wiser than man. I'd rather sit here and show you some foolish pictures and look stupid and foolish than to jump through the hoops somebody wants me to jump through. I'm not going to do it. This is in Iran. It says, United we stand for true democracy in Hong Kong. I'm praying for you in Hong Kong. In the name of Jesus, you need Jesus. You don't need democracy. You don't need that whore lady liberty. You need Jesus. That's it. True democracy. You want true democracy. It's in Jesus. This is one out of Iran. It says, we stand for democracy in Iran. Yes, we can. We all know what that means. Backwards. But we stand for democracy in Iran. They are drunk with the wine of her fornication. They want what we got here in America, but it's not even good to begin with. It's all... Albert Pike wrote a book. That's who it was. Albert Pike wrote a book explaining all about the liberties, all about that, and how it's all going to turn, and it's all turning. I want to say God bless you all. Athena, thank you for your letters. You are a blessing. Shout out to Athena in Texas. You all are awesome. All my friends, all my family, all throughout the world. I love you. Thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you for your support. I just can't wait for them to push this button. I just can't wait for it just to come on down. Just come on down. I want to dance out in the fire. I want to shout. I want to shout for joy in the fire with all my brothers and sisters. I want us together. Do you think I have friends? Do you think I have a church? Do you think that a church would accept me and my testimony? You start telling people in churches that you had dreams and visions, and they automatically shut the door to you. This is the church. We are the church right here, right now. And God's got us. Jesus has got us. I love y'all. God bless you.